The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials up 13. Nasdaq is up 97. S&Ps are up 8.5. Gold contracts up $1.50. We get action out here, folks, and there's going to be heavy volatility out here. It looks like. Well, here, let me go through the rest of the numbers first. So, copper market is getting smoked. That's down 8.5 cents, 309. Light sweet crude up 60 cents, $53.23 a barrel. Notes, 10-year note up 6 ticks, 124.18. 30-year bond up 7, 150.30. King dollar, there's been fast movement out here about 4 minutes ago. It looks like it's hard to tell what the actual news was because there was a couple that come out simultaneously, but it looks like it has to do with Trump going towards Powell as the Fed chairman. That came across at 10:01, and what that did is that that put heat on the dollar ASAP. The dollar just came down 260 ticks. Now it's trading 260. Gold just went from in the negative to in the positive, and the biggest move actually was inside this bond market. So we are going to get some action all over the place out here. We go into the notes for a second, take a look at these notes, and this is going to be a dovish deal. That's the bottom line. You just saw the notes just went from 124.06 to 124.19, and bottom line, if you get a close inside 124.14, guess what? They still want higher price, lower yield. So that's going to be pretty wild. We take a look at the 30-year bond, and that went from 150.10 to 151.03, so that almost actually went 32 ticks. And we did test the lows of July 7th. Bottom line, it's going higher. Yes, and so Mr. Dave White, and simultaneously what was happening is that the Catalonian Parliament, bottom line, is going independent. So that happened simultaneously. Now gold's up 390. Now, what you want to do now is keep an eye actually on the broader market because this is pretty wild. Let's go over to the Nasdaq first. Okay, so inside the NDX 100, these were monster moves, our monster moves. The leaders out here, you got Allergen up 11.5%, Amazon's up 10. Hold it. Yeah, we're putting into it. Microsoft's putting 8% here. Let's go. Let's do it this way. This is like some sick numbers. So Amazon right now is up $102. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Amazon's up $102. You have Google up $65. Allergen's up $23. Microsoft's up 6.5. Facebook's up 5.5. You get Express Scripts up 2.5. Apple's up 2.5. Netflix is up 2.5. On the downside, what you have is this. You have Priceline down $62. Expedia's down off $26. Baidu is off $17. Tesla is off $8. Inside the Dow Industrials, let's take a look at the strength versus the weakness. Dow right now is up $19. Strength versus the weakness out here. Strength putting big numbers into the Dow Industrials, positive numbers that is. Microsoft's putting 46 positive numbers. Apple's putting 19. You get United Health putting 15. Taken away from it is Chevron. Chevron is down 4 points, putting 27 negative points into it. Merck is down 2.5, putting 16 negative points. Boeing is down, let's see, Boeing's down $1.77, putting 12 negative, and Travelers is down 154, putting 10 negative into it. Let's go over to the dollar index for a second, take a look at this dollar. So the dollar just went from 95.060 to 94.775. So let's see what we're going to have here. You're going to have volume behind the move. Real question is going to be on a weekly, what are we going to have? It might have just... So on a weekly basis, $95,120. Let me look at this. 95. Well, we haven't made it. So we'll see whether bottom line is that if this dollar keeps selling off, if we go back over to the gold market, and what this is about, I suspect, well, it's a double banger here. What it's about is it's about between Powell, bottom line, it's going to that'll be the status quo. If, in fact, that's happening. So what the news says is, let's see, President Donald Trump is leaning towards appointing the Federal Reserve Jerome Powell to be the next chairman, according to 3 people. The decision isn't final yet. The people caution Trump could change his mind at any time. Yet his preference for Powell dims current, Janet Yellen's chance of being there. Let's see. Trump advisors have been steering him towards choosing either Powell or Taylor for the job. Powell, a Republican, was appointed to the board by President Barack Obama. As Yellen's a lawyer by training, Powell managed the Fed's response to the 2014 flash crash in Treasury debt. The 64-year-old, who goes by the name of Jave, served at the Treasury Department under President George H.W. Bush, eventually ending up as a undersecretary for finance. We get over and let's go take a look at Chevron. Chevron came out with numbers. The bottom line is that the numbers were okay, but there's something in here that is not good on Chevron's case. I see. Production. Let's see what they say. Exxon and Chevron fell after reporting disappointing production for the 3rd quarter. Exxon declined 1.3% in New York. Chevron lost 2%. Chevron churned out the equivalent of 3.97 million barrels a day, short of the 4 million average mark. Chevron pumped out 2.7 million, underperforming the 2.77 million that analysts had estimated. We go and we take a look at the XLE. Now, this baby has been weak. What the XLE did do, this had already tested its May swing point and couldn't handle it. And it's going to be interesting watching this because I suspect we're going to get down to 61 on this. And the real question is going to be, is this a very large ABC down that takes you into that 56 to 49 area? Our phone number is 877-927-6648. You got the percentage-wise. Let's see what we have out here. We have the Dow flat. NASDAQ is up 0.3. S&P are up 0.3. NASDAQ is up 1.5%. Let's go take a look at that comp. So the comp's taken out its highs also. The high that we're talking about here is 66.41. We're at 66.58 right now. Intel, let's go take a look at Intel. I believe Intel gapped higher too. Yeah, it did. So Intel is up by 2 points, 44.42. Stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials right now trading up 9. NASDAQ is up 100. S&Ps are up 8.5. Gold's up 220. Silver is down 4 cents. Notes and bonds. Notes up 6 ticks. Bonds up 7 ticks. Gonna be right back, folks.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Technomental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Technomental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go take a look at the some of the higher volume stocks out here, and we'll see whether we're going to get some volume in this market today. So you have Microsoft up 684, Intel's up 218. You have Apple up 294. We'll go back to that. CVS Health is down 256. They're looking to buy Aetna. You have Expedia, that's getting hit big. That's down 26 bucks. You get Ford off 20 cents. Gilead Science is down 370. Merck is off 247. Celgene is down another additional 4 bucks. And Amazon King Dog is up $110. Let's go over to Merck for a second. MRK. So you got Merck trading down 240. It's a monster move. Let's see what's happening here. Okay, so Merck come out with numbers. They come in with a loss with a big charge off. Interesting. So the estimate in Merck was $1.04. They're saying adjusted they made $1.11, but bottom line is that there's something in here that that's not good. What's going to get interesting with I guess some of these really big pharmas, well, I guess it would have to do with were they involved in, prescribing all these OxyContin products? And I believe that a few of the equities that the pharmaceuticals that were in that business, bottom line is that those equities have already got smoked. If we do go over to Amazon and you want to take a look at what the earnings report was, guess what? Every sector that they're in, man, they're on fire. That's the bottom line. Amazon, this is going to be cool. So Amazon just hit its all-time high, and it's a high volume high. So now the real question is going to be, does it hold that level, or was this the test? 1083.31. is the top of that range. Now, what's intriguing about Amazon is that then it has the high volume low out here at 927. So bottom line, we're going to see right now, today, how this shakes out. The numbers, see if I can find what I had yesterday, because what you had there, okay, so there you go. Bezos is seizing the title of the world's richest person with Amazon's surge. Let's see this. Okay, Bezos is on track to claim his prize as the richest man on the planet. Amazon shares surged at the open, netting his 6.6 billion to 90.2 billion. His wealth briefly surpassed Microsoft on an intraday basis, July 27th, but Amazon ended the day low. And we also would Bill Gates is not doing bad either today. He's up 700 million. But what has happened is that Gates continues to sell his shares each and every day. Okay, so let me find this for a second. Yeah, so the question is Amazon executing? Yeah, they're executing all across everything they're in. It's like, when I was reading this yesterday, it was blowing my mind, actually, about how many businesses they're actually in. They're actually in, my take on Amazon is that they're actually in the delivery business. That's what it seems to be, you know. So you get, okay, so here it is right here. So you have, of course, you get the Whole Foods deal happening. You get the Echo devices happening, which are giving them hundreds of millions of orders, not thousands, okay? They're going to have the feature inside Echo that you're going to start being able to call anyone with Alexa inside the Echo deal. The Alexa Skills Store now offers customers more than 25,000 skills. Customers can keep up with their eHarmony accounts, play NFL trivia. You know, they're just in every different piece of our lives. And the thing about Amazon, you know, if you look at Google and you look at Facebook, I expect they're going to get regulated advertising-wise. They're going to have a hard time saying that Amazon is actually a monopoly. The reason being is that what they're just doing, they're disrupting businesses, but they're certainly not the biggest ones in any of those businesses. It's not even close either. So that's a whole different ballgame. Let's go to Tom in Plymouth. Hey, Tom, what's going on, brother?
Hey, good morning, Tom. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Yourself?
Pretty good.
Cool. Ready for a good weekend? I heard is it a little rainy up there? It's cloudy. What is it?
It's sunny out today. It's nice out.
Oh,
it's been
good.
rainy. Yeah.
Good.
But it's cooling down.
Yeah. Well, it's.
Hey, it's that time of year. We've had a great fall so far. I mean.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
What are we gonna look at?
Well, I'd like to look at that TVIX, another entry point in that. I was in last week and got out. I don't know if it was Wednesday or Tuesday, whatever it was.
So let's take a look. You get the TVIX. This is Velocity Shares 2 times short-term ETN. This is down big today, 42 cents. Okay, so, yeah, see, looking nice. So you're going after this from the other day at 1089, right?
Yeah, I got out at like 1040 or something like that.
You know, for the day, yeah, I don't think you have any, you know, because right now, when you're at, like, highs like this, the juice is here. I mean, is Amazon going to go up $200? Yeah, it can, but my take is that right now it's just tested the high. So, you know, Amazon just went from 1085 to 1079. Google, let me see. Google, ABC was 1,050.
What's Amazon got to come in at for volume? Like less than 11 million or something like that?
No, it'll be big volume. It'll be a test on volume, which is pretty cool. Meaning, so Amazon right now is 6 million. It had done 10 million. So it's what's gonna have. That's saying that, okay, you're gonna have the test. It's going to be a successful test, but more than likely the price won't hold. Then you'll build some more cars, and you'll probably stay in this consolidation for a bit. But Amazon, on a longer-term basis, looks like it's going to go a lot higher.
Yeah.
But for a trade today, that's not a bad trade because Amazon probably just did what it wanted to do. Google hit $2 short of the ABC structure. 1,050 was the ABC up. It hit 1,048. That just backed off from 1,048 to 1,040. So I think what you're going to see out here is that, they're gonna take some cash off the table, man. I mean,
Yeah, I'm going to venture in a little bit, just get my toes in the water, see what's what.
Tip, tip, tip. It's a beautiful thing, brother.
You take care.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. Stay right there, folks. Coming right back. Dow Industrials are down 9. Nasdaq's up 98. S&Ps are up 8. We'll come right back, folks.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender. Hi folks, this is Tom O'Brien. If you'd like to be the bank and get the type of interest they receive instead of the low interest rates they give to clients, then I have an investment you may want to take a look at. I'm offering 4-year secured first mortgages on buildable city lots in St. Petersburg, Florida. The investment can be anywhere from $30,000 to $75,000 per buildable city lot. The interest paid is 7% per year, paid monthly. Depending on the investment, the income per month per lot ranged from $175 for a $30,000 investment to $437.50 for a $75,000 investment. If you are in the CD market, you want to look at this investment. St. Petersburg is located in Pinellas County, which is the densest county in Florida. If you're looking for an investment with your principal intact that pays a good interest rate, this may be for you. The supply is limited, so act now. For more information on these secured first mortgage opportunities, you can call me at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video, giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go to our man, Mark in Concord. Hey, Mark, what's going on, brother?
Not much, Tom. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Yourself?
Like you told Tom earlier, or like Tom told you in the last call, we got a beautiful day up here. It's not a cloud in the sky. It's cool. It's cold from us to come down from Canada. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful fall day.
That's a beautiful thing, man. I like it. I like it.
Yes, I do too. Although I do like the warmth of the last couple of weeks. You know, we've had a heck of a gas-saving, energy-saving fall. So
Sweet.
anyway, yes, I had a question in reference to Google, Nasdaq, Microsoft, etc. Well, what's your take on the Nasdaq between now and the end of the year? Are we just going to keep going on high, or just see? I just like a bunny on steroids.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Well, yeah, let's go look at the Qs, because what you probably have now is an ABC up. So let's see.
And I know you've been short, but Jesus, how the hell do you play this thing?
Yeah, well, thank God I haven't been shot the Qs. So you got 142.49, $7 gets you. Well, $7 gets you 153 in the Qs. Yeah, you could get 153. Let me put this up in a monthly for a second. First, I'll put up a weekly.
Well, here's something else I want to ask you. It's related. I talked to Steve Rhodes on his show, I don't know, about a week and a half ago, and Steve implied that somebody the Nasdaq was going to go to the moon, and I kept thinking, well, how's that going to be possible? But maybe Steve's right. Maybe this thing's going to go to the moon.
Yeah, well, I believe what he's looking at, you know, the channels basically. So you jump the channel, and the next leg up in that channel, that's where he's getting that projection. So bottom line is that you know, there's no doubt Amazon, Google. I mean, they went and they got some good juice behind them. The real question is going to be, okay, do they? You know, normally when you finish an ABC structure up, you're going to do something other than continue higher. So, you know, it doesn't mean that you don't take a break for a bit before you know, back down again. So if I look at, like, I can't picture Amazon right now. It just tested, you know, the 1,083. We went to 1,085. You're going to have the volume, though. And now the real question is going to be, does that keep that in that consolidation? You know, Microsoft, big move here. So Microsoft went, let's see, we went 680, 72, $7. Yeah, see, what you have, Microsoft just finished an ABC up too. When you finish all these ABC up, this is going to do something other than continue up. I mean, but that makes sense because look at the move. The move's huge. It's going to need more time to build some cars in order to get to higher price. So,
where's Apple? Because I heard on, I think it was Bloomberg about an hour and a half ago, that iPhone 10 pre-sales are expected to go to the roof, despite what the iPhone 8 is doing.
Well, Apple's having a hard time. Apple, you know, for all of what the NASDAQ in general is doing, Apple can't even get to its high of the 17th of October, which is 160.87. So Apple still continues.
So Apple is basically no longer a player in this one.
It doesn't look it. You know, Apple's coming out with numbers, I believe, November 2nd. You know.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. So I don't know. I keep thinking, Jesus, this thing can't go on forever. But Jesus, now I think about what Steve said, it's like, well, you know, maybe it is the Energizer Bunny play the Nasdaq on steroids. I don't know.
Well, you know, when you hear these numbers come out, these numbers in all of these companies, not just those tech companies, have been big. There's no doubt about that. Like when I was looking at this yesterday, I'm trying to figure out, is that, okay, is inflation raging underneath this, and is money getting looser? And if that's the case, then we can get to higher numbers. It doesn't mean that but then everything costs more. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, we'll see if that's the case.
Here's something else to think about on a slightly different subject. You were talking a few moments ago about how the technology is changing. Imagine this. What is the technology going to be like by the time your grandkids are your age? You know, just think about that.
Oh, yeah. I suspect, you know, bottom line, it's going to be, we're in the age of the Jetsons right now. There's no doubt. You know, I mean, we're there.
the old thing, you and I are basically the same age. When you remember when you and I were growing up, they had the Dick Tracy watch,
Oh yeah,
Dick
totally.
Tracy, that's not true.
Yeah.
Truth is stranger than fiction sometimes,
No, it's there, man. I mean, it is pretty intense. There's no doubt. And this whole thing, what's intriguing, it seems like if we go through, whether you start in 1980 up to where we are now, it seems that you have these huge waves of big changes in technology. They last 5 or 6 years. We get used to that for another 5 or 6 years. Then all of a sudden, and I'm not, the 5 or 6 years, I'm just ballparking that, folks. But it's pieces of time that they accelerate dramatically, then we get used to it, accelerates dramatically, we get used to it, accelerates dramatically. And we've been in one of those times right now. Because the aspect of how much time that we can save with some of these devices that are out here are pretty intense, man. Now, that being said, people that are hung up on social media, the time wasted is pretty intense too. So.
Anyway.
Okay.
All right, we'll just find an Energizer Buddy and give it some more steroids, I guess.
Yeah, we got it.
All right, my friend.
Cooking,
Thank
brother.
you. You have a good one and good weekend.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. 877-927-6648. And, if you didn't see this out here this morning, this is going to get, so the whole opioid deal, folks, one of the guys that basically his company, Instance Therapeutics, he got indicted this morning. This is quite a story too. I mean, the bummer of all of these drug companies is that they've been paying off doctors forever, and it just drives me crazy. And what you have is that it's been in the healthcare business, it's been like legal bribery. So it's going to get interesting here. In this particular case, these doctors are going to go down. So Insys Therapeutics, this guy got indicted this morning. So listen to some of this, okay? So what I didn't know, I guess, I thought these were pills they'd taken, but evidently this company here, okay, so let's see. More than a decade after opiate painkillers first exploded across the U.S., John Kapoor found an aggressive way to sell even more, according to prosecutors. He began bribing doctors to prescribe them. Speakers' fees, dinners, entertainment cash. Federal charges unsealed yesterday claim that his company, Insys Therapeutics, employed all of the above to support prescriptions of the highly addictive fentanyl-based drug intended only for cancer patients. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's Nadex.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to the Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. So, Insys, this company, by the way, folks, is trade. Well, it would happen is that it's not trading at all right now. INSY, they halted it. Period. It claims the reason not available. We know the reason. The guy got indicted yesterday. But this stock will go to zero. It's at 5. It closed yesterday at 572. Okay, so if we go on this and take a look at this. Okay, so this drug here, so this isn't like this is different than even the Oxycontin, I guess. Oxycontin. This was a drug that was supposed to get prescribed only for cancer patients. So here's a quote by an FBI agent in Boston. Selling a highly addictive opiate cancer pain drug to patients who do not have cancer makes it no better than a street-level drug dealer, Harold Shah, the top FBI agent in Boston, said, as Cooper and other Insys executives charged earlier in the case. The 74-year-old billionaire and the company founded traces the arc of the crisis that claims 175 lives each day. What began with over-prescription of painkillers in the late 1990s became a race by the manufacturers to dispense more and more pills. He's charged with racketeering and other felonies. He's the largest, right now, drug executive to get indicted. So here's the other companies that are involved also. So you got, in Connecticut, prosecutors began a criminal probe of Purdue Pharmaceutical. They're the marketing of OxyContin. Endo International. Now this one, I pulled this up. And then Johnson & Johnson has Janssen Pharmaceuticals. That's going to be a danger for if you hold Johnson & Johnson, the chart doesn't look bad, but that's a danger, folks, because they're going to go after the largest pockets of money, okay? Bottom line. This week, a Rhode Island doctor admitted accepting kickbacks from Insys in exchange for writing prescriptions. 2 other doctors were just sentenced to 20 years behind bars for accepting bribes from the company, including Insys to sell phenol-based medications. It was early 2012, Insys' new oral spray of the opiate phenol wasn't selling well. Because it was so addictive, the pain relief drug was subject to a tightly controlled distribution system, and regulators demanded to be notified about suspicious orders by manufacturers, wholesalers, and pharmaceuticals. The drug wasn't cheap, so insurers set up barriers for patients seeking it. That is when Kapoor and others at Insys went to extremes to dramatically boost sales of the painkiller. Doling out speaking fees, marketing payments, food and entertainment perks, they allegedly began bribing doctors to prescribe the drug, then tricked insurance into paying it. I'd like to know how they tricked insurers into paying it. So let's see. Over a 2-year period, starting in 2013, INSIS set aside $12.2 million for doctor speaking fees. One doctor received as much as $229,000 in speaker fees for appearing at what amounted to sham events that were more social gatherings attended by friends and office staff. The company encouraged doctors to write more prescriptions by hiring their friends and family members to serve as business liaisons and business relation managers. These support staff employees worked in doctors' offices but were paid by INSIS in what indictment called bribes and kickbacks. They even made a video featuring a sales rep dressed as a giant phenol spray bottle, rapping and dancing to a song that pushed the idea of getting doctors to prescribe higher doses. Man, oh man, this is crazy. Anyway, sad. Legal drug dealing. You know, I'd make the case too, folks, that there's a lot more of that going on. You know, it's pretty sick. Okay, let's go back over. So that stock anyway, let's see, INSY. So this stock here, it's halted right now. We pull this back. I'm just curious of what they actually were taking in. It must be just all profit. So in 2013, they took in $99 million. In 2015, they took in $330 million. 2017, 155. Endo Pharmaceutical. Let me pull up Endo Pharmaceutical. Endo International. So this is trading $6.34. Specialty healthcare products. What do they take in? Holy cow. Okay, so they went from 2.6 billion to 4 billion. That stock went from, none of these stocks are going to be worth any money. They're not going to, $100 to 6. Yeah, $96 to 6. Pretty intense. Let's go to Art in Orlando. Hey, Art, what's going on?
Good morning, Tom. Thanks. See, you got rid of the other guy who does the morning show with you just as well. He was holding you back.
Oh, my son?
I was looking at Celgene, and I couldn't decide if the daily pattern is a 3-gap play or if the weekly pattern is 4 black crows. And in general, I'd be curious about your opinion about when to maybe take a look at getting into it.
Okay, so let's take a look at it. So Celgene, huge bio company, lows 94, the highs 147. This thing has really got toasted. So let's go take a look at this. You're at the lower end. Okay, so it's going, you know, the lower end of this consolidation is 93. It looks to me that your first stop was somewhere like 75, though. If you're watching Target TV, what that is that April of 2014. You know, see that volume there, 74 bucks?
Sure.
So I'd let it get there and say, okay, you know, is it going to test that first and reject it? Because what you can see here is that in 3 weeks, it's just wiped out 3 years. And what will end up happening is that, you know, those folks, they don't have to sell, but realistically, you wake up in the morning 3 weeks later, and all of a sudden, you know, 3 years ago, everything's gone. Let me just see. So what I don't quite understand, I'm trying to figure out, this whole thing started that their Crohn's deal didn't get passed. Okay, but they're still taking in $13 billion. Yeah, I'd give it some time, though. You know what I mean? Because it's very dangerous when something goes down this quick. I see what you're saying with the 3 black crows. Not the 3-gap play down, which is positive, actually.
Okay, thanks very much,
Okay,
Tom.
have a great one, man. Have a safe one. Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. We have the Dow Industrials right now up 12. You got the Nasdaq up 97. S&Ps are up 10. Come right back, folks.
Are China A shares hot or not? If you trade China A shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A share bull and bear ETFs. China A shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com. Educating investors. Learn how to trade options with swim lessons. Brought to you by TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. Next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. So Dow right now is up 5. You get the Nasdaq up 96. S&Ps are up 9. We have the gold contract. Where is she? Up $1.50, 1271. And if we do look at gold, we'll put this on a weekly basis right now. So let's see what we're going to get. Continuous contract. Well, I'd like to see it actually close inside 1279. And right now, that is going to be tough to do. What you do have, we're 1271. We rejected 1263. This is good, though. You're going to have the rejection of that swing point with lighter volume, because the swing was 1262. We did 374,000 contracts. You're not going to do that today. We're at 275 right now. So that part's not bad. Fundamentally, what you have out here is that you have the... it looks like Powell will be the Fed chairman. That's what basically brought the dollar down pretty quick, brought gold up from a negative. It really pushed the bond market very quickly. The 10 and 30 year went from a negative to a positive. And what you get there, with Powell basically, is that you get a Fed that probably is not going to change. That's the first part. And then what you also get, though, is that you do have that Trump can put his deal on the Fed, because Powell, I never, he's somebody you really didn't hear a lot about. That's the real bottom line. So I suspect that you're going to get both, because it's like bringing another Fed person in when they talk about the stock market every day going up. That's the danger, right? That's the danger, and I think that's why Powell's probably the one. Stay right there, folks. We got swim lessons coming up next. Then, of course, I'm Mr. Basil Chapman, Steve Rhodes, Dave White. We'll be back this afternoon. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Dow right now is up 5. Nasdaq is up 99. S&Ps are up 9.5. Have a great one, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.